Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I want to do is I want to talk to my chosen ones about how the opposition, these demons, if you are extremely aware and mindful, you will know that they come with odors. They come with odors. We all have an odor. We all have a scent to us. You know what I'm saying? And the Western world has done a great job at having everybody willingly want to block their own odor and their energy. You know, they got people repelling their own vibration. So you also have to understand that when you are spraying and putting all that shit on your body, you know, especially if you do it on a consistent basis, you are also masking a certain portion of your energy and your vibration. You know, a lot of people like to say, oh, I want to smell good, I want to smell good. So what the fuck is smelling bad? First you have to have a comparison of what smelling bad is. So if you want to compare smelling bad to somebody who hasn't showered in like weeks and weeks, you know, to somebody who puts perfume or cologne on every single day, then that's just your perception from the Western world. But also from us in the Western world, we understand that the Middle Easterns was coming over here, and I just use Middle Eastern. They could be from any parts over there. I'm just using the terminology that I have. They would come over to the US, and if they was in our schools, our classes, our jobs, we would all be like, they odor, they smell, they odor. When naturally in their culture, it doesn't affect them that same way. You know what I'm saying? Especially since most of them are praying, you know what I'm saying, or doing their meditation thing. You know, they doing their thing to kind of keep them aligned with their ideology of the creation. You know what I'm saying? So, but what made me understand these odors outside of just, you know, knowing that we all have our own sense to us, like being mindful, right? Even if you had the sweatiest day possible, your odors would still not be smelling like garbage. It all depends on the toxins in your body. It all depends on where you're receiving your motherfucking information from. So that's why you have a lot of beings and these witchy motherfuckers like to go around and spray pounds and pounds of perfume and pounds of cologne, or always gotta have the best shit, because they gotta hide as much of who they are as they can. They have to hide as much of who they are as they can. So becoming comfortable in your own sense, your own smells, your own odors, knowing what toxins you pushing out your body, what vitamins and nutrients you need in your body, all of that plays a factor. All of that plays a factor, you know. So being mindful that your energy also in your aura has a scent to it as well too. And I want to dive into the sense, right? Because I had discussed a while ago on one of my old episodes about how we all know we grown-ups over here. If you're sharing them with the little ones, you be mindful of how you share it. Y'all know I'm gonna let it go. So we know that certain fluids, you know, male or female, when they get together, do not mix well. You know what I'm saying? We all understand that. But when you are in situations or you're around beings for a long period of time and they carry one odor and then all of a sudden they odor transitions, whatever the odor you have for it, because it's always different. We all have different scents, but the demonic shit is always gonna have that residue tangy odor. It doesn't matter if it's down in the sacral areas or it's just projecting off of their bodies. if you ever been around an extremely witchy, confusing, chaotic being, you know what I'm saying? And you ever had a chance to be in a aura or they odor, they sense long enough, you'll realize most of them have so much sense on them that you aren't even allowed to process that part of them. You know, our smell is one of our sensories and our senses, which helps us out here. That's why we have it. That's why we have it. It's not just to smell food or to smell shit. Like, no, this helps. This helps a whole lot. We wouldn't have it if it wasn't helpful and useful for us. So for me, I had situations where I was around certain beings, male friends. You know, when my male friends, if I was around them for a long period of time, it would have to be long periods of time, because usually male associates are always cologne, Axe spray friendly, you know what I'm saying? So it's always, I gotta have one of these. But when you're around some of your homeboys long enough, you catch enough days where you like, they didn't have none or they didn't catch none. You're like, oh, that's that nigga Odor. Oh, that's that nigga Odor. Oh, that's her odor. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what that is. And you see my face is automatically doing that, because that's what it does. That's what it does. But it's not something that's like, for me, when I take in the odor and the energy, it makes me feel as if they are receiving and they are indulging on the witchy side far too much. And they don't have to be sexually. It could just be doing a bunch of manipulation and a bunch of distracting people off their paths, a bunch of trying to destroy motherfuckers. It don't have to be sexually all the time. It doesn't have to be sexually all the time. But the more you in tune with this, the more you'll realize the aura and the sense and their scent that they are projecting. You have to think about it. If you see a gargoyle or like your image of a demon or something, or a monster, it doesn't look like it's gonna smell like Tommy Hilfiger or some goddamn Gucci cologne. Like, it doesn't look like that is the energy or sense is projecting. So my mind automatically will put a certain kind of scent with it, because I know movies take away the sense. It take away some of the sensories when you watch a movie. So that's why they do a lot of extra emphasis, and because they're witchy too and they need to control shit. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't picture them smelling like that. Now, when you look at a fucking angel or something that's over here, that's a warrior with the light, you're gonna feel as if it should be roses or some kind of dandelion smell coming from, maybe some lavender coming from them or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my ideology of when I put the two together, because a lot of times when people talking and discussing these things, they aren't discussing the scents. Our body odors. We all have a natural body odor. It's been times where I done went 2-3 days without showering and I did not stink. I just didn't smell as my natural odor would be. You know, it smelled as if my body had pushed out some toxins, because I'm in the Western world and I be eating some of this witchy ass food over here, even though I try to go healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much of it, you know. So outside of like these right here, like, this is natural. Like, a lot of these animals, they just get to eat naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the trees down to the ground, plentiful, you know. But just being mindful of these things, like, because a lot of people don't, it's hard for me to say I see or hear a lot of people diving in to the natural scent and the odors of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we concerned about how the animals and dogs and all that shit smell, but then it's okay for us to just smell like artificial air fresheners and shit. Like, when I smell certain perfumes, I automatically think of prison, because that's what and I only did 3 years in prison. I didn't even spend my whole life in there. But now, since I've been out of there, I've been programmed and reprogrammed. When I smell super strong perfumes, it's like, she was doing some witchy shit and she had sprayed more on her to cover up. You know what I'm saying? You'll see some take more showers and baths than usual, you know what I'm saying? Because they have a hard odor that they need to block out. You know, their shampoos, soaps, all got a lot of scents in it. Then their lotions and creams got a lot of scents in it, you know what I'm saying? Then they got, it's a whole deer just right here in the shot, y'all. It's a whole deer in the shot. He just came through. That's what I be saying about, like, what up? My nigga just pulled up. Look, I know this is what we be doing. We be out here. You see him? I kept looking back because when I be out here, I know I gotta worry about snakes and all kind of other things. But he just pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm out, nature always has to show. You know what I'm saying? The love. It don't get no more fresher than this, like. And the dares are regular out here. This is just more so for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But this is regular. This is regular. He just spinning his way around. I feel him. Talking about the odors and stuff though. You see what I'm saying? Clearly I didn't smell him. Or her. We don't know. We just call everything a him. I wonder how ladybugs feel. A male ladybug has to be called a male ladybug. Like if he understood, like, bitch, I'm not a lady. You know what I'm saying? Give me a different name. That's just some regular, random shit I just had to throw out there, you know what I'm saying? But we all have scents and odors. So when you start getting to a better space and you want to do sensing and all these other things, learn how to make them and then get scents that's not as strong and it's hard, you know what I'm saying? And don't put it on all the time. Don't have scents in your soaps, in your shampoos, in your hair chemicals, in your lip gloss, in your eyelash, on your shit everywhere. You know, you walking around with 50 damn scents on. Some people walk past and I be like, God damn. Even some of the men walk past fucking strong ass cologne lingering 2 aisles behind the motherfucker. Like, stop pouring the whole bottles on yourself, nigga. I don't need to smell you. I don't care what you smell like. In my mind, you are trying to hide that demon that's right there. You are hiding. You are hiding. Y'all seen the deer come out. We ain't hiding. We ain't playing out here no more. You know what I'm saying? We are out here. But I ain't want to run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.